Check out this foolishness. He tried to post this as a funny meme, but there's nothing funny about this. It's not even a skit. It's his way of trying to get back at somebody for not saying thank you as he opened the door. Even if you might have thought that it wouldn't cost nothing just for her to say something, this is the most immature display for manhood I have ever seen. It displays lack of manhood, and he's knowing now that he doesn't get access to these women like he may have in the past. I remember one time I saw in a work setting where a man who happened to be white opened the door for 3 women who black ladies, and they all went through the door and didn't say a thing to him. I thought that it was a nice gesture, and I think that they could have said something. But the thing is I believe that the white guy didn't have a problem with it. And he didn't have a problem with it because he could be comfortable enough in his manhood to know that what happens sometimes. Like, they do it just to be nice and just to spirit some kindness. A man who is an actual man won't immediately go to being upset or get emotional by the fact that she said nothing, because they would understand that it was an act of kindness. And the act of kindness is when somebody does something nice for someone where they don't care about the outcome. They don't care about getting fake accolades and a thank you for doing the bare minimum. And men such as himself don't know that woman, and women have lives outside of him and his parasitic need for attention. Women are women just like men are men. So that means that she has a right to be walked to and fro and about just like anybody else without being bothered or pushed into saying something to someone that they aren't even thinking about. I remember back in the day when I had an obsession with the Goodwill, and I go there and a woman was looking very serious, trying to shop anxiously, and we got to talking, and she told me that her 92-year-old mother got raped by a guy that looked just like this guy in the film. And how the story began was she offered him a barbecue meal that she was barbecued on the porch of her home. She did not have a yard in front of her home. And she saw him a couple of times, although he didn't even live in the neighborhood. He was just walking in their neighborhood, trying to build a familiarity with the people who lived around there, i.e. casing the joint. And she offered him the barbecue, and instead of just grabbing the plate and thanking her for doing a good deed towards him, he grabs her arm, pushes her inside her own apartment, and assaulted her right in her home. So her mother was very traumatized, and she relied on her daughter to get the police report down and to go shop for her some new clothes so that she could go to court to confront the trespasser who violated her. So that's what her mind was on. Now, can I say that to say this? The point is, you are walking in public. You don't know these people. You don't know what they go through. And that same woman in the clip could have been going through something similar to that. It could have been anything. He couldn't even give her the benefit of the doubt for having a life. And though the focus was on him, oh, I opened the door, so you should say something to me. It was like, in a way, like he was trying to force her to even have a conversation with him and holding the door. Anybody else who was a mature person, who has experiences as men, knowing that there's plenty of people in this world, and knowing that there's going to be interactions when things aren't going to always work out, and you have it your way like Burger King, that sometimes the person isn't going to say anything, and you shouldn't feel foolish or insecure with yourself. Lose your composure over somebody you don't even know. But with men like this, the last thing they're going to do is give these women in their community the benefit of the doubt. No, they're just going to assume horrible things about them and taunt and tease them and treat them crappy and then expect to get any attention out of them. Isn't that really unhinged, wouldn't you think? I mean, there's even women who open the door for men at times. But if the men don't say anything, where I had that happen before, I didn't take it personally because I'm mature enough to know that I did a good deed for somebody. I didn't expect an interaction because of it. These women owe you nothing. Yet he opened the door just to get somebody to start talking to him. And it's not fair that she should have been harassed the way she did just because he was immature and couldn't stand the fact that his moves in order to force her into a conversation didn't work.
So now let's check out some of the responses to this so-called meme or video.
And this one says, so the response say it's okay to assault someone physically and verbally because you didn't get a thank you. It says violence in the black diaspora is so common that it's acceptable. Love yourself, people, and you wouldn't care if someone else is polite. God will thank you in his own time and way. And that's the truth right there. Let's go to the next one. It says, see, this is the problem when y'all always expect to be congratulated on doing the minimum if you do something for someone. If you gotta do this expecting a pat on the back, then just don't do it. This next one says, first off, you don't hold the door for a woman to say thank you. You hold the door open to be a gentleman. If the woman does not speak, just keep it moving and feel good that someone raised you right. Stop the BS thinking someone owes you something for being respectful, considerate, and kind. Because if they acted out like he did after trying to be a gentleman, then is he really that nice of a guy? Was he really trying to do that just to impress her? Was he trying to do that to force a response out of her? You see? So then he must not be a really nice guy, right? And it seems like he would come from a family that is respectful, that raised him right, on the surface. But look how he responded. And it's all in how you respond to things. And yeah, maybe it's too bad that he didn't get the response he wanted. Although, we can't act like you have no self-control and no self-passion about it, no compassion. Because if the person feels so revengeful about someone not saying anything to them, then what was the point of opening the door for them, you see? Unless it's for his selfish need to be seen by somebody who was just minding their own business, okay? Who you don't even know, who you may not even see ever again, let that person affect you in such a way, and how he took it so personal. When people who do this for others are being nice and kind, and it's comfortable within themselves to not even look towards having any reaction at all from anyone. Although it would have been nice to get a response, that person doesn't owe him a response at all. So there you have it. Now, I may not always go with what the mainstream wants you to focus on, but if you like these videos that are being displayed on this channel, then please hit the like button first of all, because we like to get our videos in the algorithm. And even if you're entertained by it, or you're just getting something out of it, or you just like to hear the experiences that are displayed on this channel, then rate, comment, and subscribe, and share the videos with others. Don't hide the content. Let somebody else enjoy it too. Alright? Now, thank you so much for all your support, your views, subscription, and all that. Man up, Muse. Ciao.
Man up, me.